drop it. Drop it.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Pops and Drops podcast. On this week's episode, we have Cazrep, who's been DJing for 8 years, originally from Chicago, now in Portland. He's a part of Fourth World, and he also has DJ'd at Space Oasis, which is an awesome camp-out festival here in Oregon. How's it going?
It's going great. I've been having a nice start to my weekend. How you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Excited for the night.
Yeah.
Kid's gonna go out to Nova.
Yep, gonna go promote our show tomorrow, which you're gonna be our headliner for. Really excited for that.
Yeah. Can't wait to have my set for your birthday. That's gonna be so
yeah.
fun.
Oh, yeah. It's also my birthday celebration. That's gonna be fun. So you've been DJing for about 8 years, right? What got you into it?
So yeah, I was living in Vegas at the time. A friend in my Spanish class was showing me some music. He was like, "Hey, you ever heard of house music?" And he was showing me some of the house music he was listening to. And then he was telling me about this website he would stream his mixes to. He would DJ live. It was called Plur Life, and it was like a MySpace for ravers. I don't know, maybe there's some OGs out there that remember this site, but it was literally like it was designed like MySpace, but it was like for ravers. Like you could find friends in the rave community, and there was a little radio they had on the website. And he would use virtual DJ to stream to that little radio, and he would mix live for like an hour on Fridays. And so he brought me over one week, and I checked out the whole setup. He let me play around with virtual DJ. I was a big computer techie at the time, so I knew how to get that software and how to get it for free too. So I downloaded it. I tried it out. After playing around with it for a little bit, I was like, I can't click in two different places at the same time. So I was like, I need a controller. So I saved up enough money and I bought myself a little Hercules $200 controller. And I just would practice on that. And me and my friend, we were called the Disco Junkies.
Nice.
We did like a little duo thing. So we just practice mixing music, and we ended up getting our first show at a club at a casino. It was it was a club at the back of this Hispanic casino, and it was owned by like she seemed totally foreign. She seemed like she was from Russia or something. But she booked us for one night, and we ended up playing on like CDJ 900s, I think, where I had to burn my own CDs.
Wow.
But yeah, that's what got me into it. Was just a friend just showing me his stream.
That's really dope. How has your sound like evolved since you first started?
Yeah, so when we first started our little thing, we were really into electro house, and it's that really grimy, really punchy, just heavy, high energy sound, and that's the kind of sound that me and him like to play a lot. But we were just big. I was a big track digger, so I was always trying to find different sounds and different house music that I liked. So I would dive into some of the progressive stuff, some of the chill stuff, trance. I really like trance. Touched in a little bit of techno. What I first started listening to before I started DJing was hardstyle. My friend
okay.
was a big MP3 hoard, and he had these mixes. They were called these hard bass chapters, and they were like these mixes from Germany or something like that. And there were these hour-long hardstyle mixes, and they were really good. You could tell they were all mixed on CDJs because they would do a bunch of backspins and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I was listening to. So when I heard house music, I was like, oh, this is just like way slower down hard style, just more, melody, easier to follow.
Yeah.
And I've always had a variety of taste in music. But that was the sound we started off with was electro house, that really grimy stuff. And then now I've moved into kind of more of the bass house, so like the really like heavy bass lines, really groovy, lyrical, kind of gets you dancing. The sounds that I play now are the songs that get me moving, that get me dancing, right? Because I reflect the energy that the music gives me on stage.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I mean when I say I have unmatchable energy, is because it's like I'm playing the songs that just will get me to nonstop moving. So
I love bass house. That's my new favorite genre. It has been for like a few months, but yeah, bass house is really dope. You got the bounce and the hit.
Yeah, one of my favorites right now is Odd Mob. He's that sound that
Yeah.
he's just been killing it right now. That's the kind of sound that I really like and been chasing, especially like Arrow 808. He's another one. He's got a lot of those sexy lyrics that I like so much. So
I just saw Air 808 is coming to Portland here soon, aren't they? Like
yeah, yeah,
2 months out, 3 months out, something like that.
yeah. I think he is. I think he is.
Hmm.
I really want to catch that.
So where did when you were forming or when you were first starting out, have you always gone by Cazrep, or how did your brand name kind of come about?
Yeah, so there's only been one person that's recognized my name, and I actually I first started learning to DJ back around like 2012, and then or no 2010, and then I took a hiatus when I joined the Navy. That just took up all of my time. And one of the so I was a sonar tech on submarines, and so we dealt with a very advanced computer system with a bunch of servers and computers, right? It was basically converting a bunch of sound into a screen, right? And my job was to maintain those systems and monitor those systems. So we had tons of servers and server racks, right? So whenever like a server would crap the bed, we would have to replace it, and we would have to submit a form called a casualty report saying this server went down, this is what we replaced this with, this is what we called, right?
Oh.
Or this is what we replaced it with, this is what it cost. And so every time that like something like this would happen, my supervisor would be like, hey, make sure you submit that Cazrep, and I was like,
Oh,
that's kind of a cool name. I was like, I kind of like that word, right? So like
yeah,
after I got out of the Navy, I was like, I kind of want to steal that, I was like, I think I'm gonna steal it because my last name's Camarina, and
yeah,
it's kind of close. So I was
Hmm.
like, you know what, that works out. And so I actually started it as my gamer tag on Discord, and I was playing games. So it's funny, people find it jarring. They'll accidentally call me by Cazrep, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and I'm like, no, I'm used to it. Like that used to be my gamer tag. Like I actually respond to Cazrep because
yeah.
like I would play hours and hours of video games and respond to that name, so it just comes natural to me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's where I got that name.
That is a really cool story. That's really
Thank
dope,
you.
and it's a dope name. That's really awesome. Um,
Yeah.
so you were in the Navy. Do you draw any inspiration from your time served, or is there things outside of music that kind of impacts your musical choices when you're up on stage, like TV or movies or anything?
Let's see. That's a good question. Not too much. It's more that the sound comes to me.
Yeah,
Like I let the sound influence. Like if it's a good song, I'll listen to it. There hasn't been too many moments where I've been inspired by movies or TV or anything like that. I'm more inspired um, by the aftermath of my shows, right? The response of the crowd, right? How did they respond to that set, right? How did I feel during that entire set? Did that go well for me? Did the crowd respond well to it? That sort of things. So I mainly draw inspiration from post shows, mainly post shows, like kind of thinking about everything that happened, especially practice sessions. I try to save a lot of like, because I do a lot of like just practice mixing where, just practicing for a few hours, and I'll save transitions that just come up just on the fly. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, I know that's going to pop. I know that's going to pop, and so that's what inspires me is honestly just practicing. So I've been practicing for so long. I have uh, created a bunch of like crates,
yeah,
like music crates, if you will, where like I've been mixing these songs or like, this giant list of songs, in and out of each other so much. I'm so comfortable with the playlist that I know like once I get to the show, I can try to match the vibe of the event rather than, try to force my set
Yeah,
into the event,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah,
that's important.
because that's my favorite thing to do is just like, because most of the time you come in with an idea. This has happened to me so many times. You come in with an idea, right? And then
Yeah,
you show up to the venue and it's a completely different vibe. You're like, okay, I can't play that set at all. Like
yeah,
this actually happened to me in for the 420 festival that I played at last year, or 2024, was I had this like very bassy kind of set because I knew it was like a bass kind of focused show, right? But then I get to the festival and nobody's playing any sort of house, right? So I'm like, you know what? since this is like a bassy kind of show, I'm gonna bring back that old sound that I love so much, that electro house sound, that grimy, punchy noise, right? That kind of sounds like bass, right? But isn't. And everybody loved it, you know? That's what I find the most success is like matching the vibe, of the event. Even though, what you thought was completely wrong.
Yeah, reading the
Mhm.
room. That's
Yeah.
really important. And like winging it and having like knowing what works and just being able to pull out weapons, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But also being able to confidently wing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you've winged it enough where you can confidently wing it this time, sort of thinking, So
Yeah.
So you just brought up a moment that, was important to you. Are there any other memorable shows or events that you had attended or performed at?
yeah, it was the Space Oasis Music Festival. It's one of my favorite festivals. I was introduced to this festival by a friend at like a rave house party. They were like, "Hey," they came up to me with the sweetest invite. They were like, "Hey, I've seen you play a couple times here. I love your music. I love your energy. There's this festival that means a lot to me. It actually saved my life. It's called the Space Oasis Music Festival." And she was like, "I would love for you to audition and try out for this festival." And I was like, say less. I'm like, I'm there. I will do it. So we had a tryout at Triple Nickel. They held like a tryouts for a bunch of local Portland DJs. Uh, they loved my energy. They brought me on. And yeah, it was like my first festival, and I got some more background on the festival. And what it is it's this couple. One is a music producer. They've been in the industry for like 20 years. His name's Jesse Scott, and his wife Naomi. Um, they started this like camp out with family and friends, right? It was like a 3-day thing with a bunch of friends, and you could bring your RV and tents, and they would have music and DJs and stuff, and they were all just hanging out. Well, after a couple years, it started getting to a pretty good size, so they were like, hey, why don't we try and open it up to the public? And that was the year that I tried out for it. And yeah, it's a super local festival, bunch of amazing, great vibes. And yeah, so they brought me down. I played for them. I got to play one of my favorite tracks, and it was like one of the first songs that I got into DJing with. It was "Apes from Space" by Dirty Loud. There's this electro house duo from Brazil, and I had fallen in love with all their music, and so it was really nostalgic for me to be able to bring that sound back and really show my energy and my sound and all that, like from back then to now at that festival. And yeah, ever since then, I played for them last year, 2025, and looks like they're going to start up again this year. And yeah, I'm really excited, and I definitely recommend everyone check it out for sure.
That's sick. Yeah, we're already seeing the stuff for it on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't think they dropped the tickets yet, have they?
No,
I,
not yet,
yeah,
not
I
yet.
looked last week and I didn't see them yet, but yeah, we're watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heck yeah, thank
Because
you.
it looks really sick. It looks really dope. Is there anything that you wish you knew before you started? Like if you could talk to
Oh,
yourself
yeah,
right
yeah.
before you start,
Hmm.
like now, if you could like hop in a time machine and go and talk to yourself, what would you tell? What would you say to yourself?
Just keep pushing. You have it figured out, right? It's not going to be immediate, right? It's going to take its time. Just like let the universe do its thing.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell myself. Just let the universe do its thing, right? Because it's all going to come together.
Trust the process.
Trust the
Yeah, trust the
process.
process.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's exactly it. Trust the process.
And go with the flow. And when you're on
And go with
stage,
the
you're
flow.
in the flow. So that's
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's dope. Um, what keeps you motivated?
the EDM community, honestly. Just seeing all the creativity come out of the scene, all the community, right? I can go to a show and, find anyone that I know and hang out with and have a good time, listen to some good music, right? Like especially all the creativity that comes out of it. Like I'm a big Flowstar. I like doing a Flowstar, a flow toy.
Nice.
And just like how like just music and a form of meditation can just bring us all together, because that's what flowing is to me. It's meditating. I
Mhm.
get into a flow state, a zone,
Hmm.
and yeah, and it's just crazy that I can do that with other people and other people understand that, so that's what inspires me to keep going is just like the EDM community flourishing.
Yeah, it is really awesome seeing everything just like blow up in the last, like, I don't know, year or so. Everything's
Yeah.
everyone's coming together.
Yeah,
It's really nice seeing people start to come together.
it's becoming more welcoming. Like even like I'm gonna go out tonight to Nova, and I might not know anybody, but by the time I leave, I'm gonna probably know everybody, just
Yeah.
because you know the Portland community is very very welcoming. Everyone is
Oh.
like big time.
Hmm.
We all want to lift the scene up and make sure that everyone just has a good time and
Yeah.
Exactly.
safely. And
Everyone just wants to be included also.
yeah, yeah, and we're building something really beautiful. You know, that's what music is. And through the collaboration and acceptance. I know you said that when you started you were a part of a duo. Have you done any B2Bs recently, or how do you kind of approach like collaboration?
I'm pretty picky when it comes to collaboration, especially because like I'm very technical. I'm very I have a lot of high standards when it comes to the decks, like to me, DJing is more than just playing music, right? There's also some technical ability behind it, right? Because it's a piece of technology that has had a lot of engineering behind it, right? That requires a little knowledge and skill behind it to know what's going on. So that way you're prepared for those situations whenever they arise, whatever situation that comes up, CDJ reboots, right? The mixer's not working right. Something is not connected right, like what to do
Hmm.
because the equipment in and out. So I'm open to back to backs. Like I can work with people. Like say I'm very flexible on the decks. I'm very good at. I can even if somebody gave me their USB, I can roll through it and try to make a set off of it. Like I can do that. So I love that's like my prime is I love doing that. Right, like going in a little bit blind.
Yeah.
Um, so I need to find someone that can also match that level of energy and flow behind the decks. So
Hmm.
so yeah, I'm a little picky.
Does Disco Junkies ever come back together?
Um, I don't know. We're still in touch. We got back in touch a couple of years ago. It's actually kind of cool. He currently builds the stages for EDC.
Oh
So like
Whoa.
wow.
yeah, like he gets, shot up 50 feet in the air and is sitting there cranking down the pipes and stuff like that to build the actual like stages. Like he sent me pictures
That's
of him in
dope.
the air and stuff. So he does that right now. I think he works for like, Insomniac or something like that. But yeah, so he still lives in Vegas. So it's been hard for us to connect. Especially with me getting settled up in here in Portland the past few years.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, now that like I've had the past couple years to kind of figure out the Pacific Northwest EDM scene, I think I'm like kind of ready to reconnect with him and kind of branch out a little bit more. Because like I said, I was still kind of settling in and getting figured out everything. I just went to the Gorge for the second time last year, so it was cool to finally experience that and a friend had just told me about it the year before that, so yeah. So I think we're gonna try to reconnect. He did actually message me saying he's gonna try to go to Beyond this year. I wasn't sure if I
Oh,
was gonna go to
awesome.
Beyond this year because that is my festival. Beyond Wonderland is like my festival. That's the one I go to.
It looks
So yeah,
so
we're gonna.
goofy and fun.
It
Well,
is. That's what it is.
Insomniac really does an amazing job. Like I've been to
Yeah.
EDC a bunch of times, and I went to Audiotistic in San Francisco. I have not been to Beyond. Um, I've been to Base Canyon a bunch of times, but I went to Nocturnal Wonderland,
Oh,
which is
okay.
down outside of LA. It was kind of like their Beyond. I mean, I don't know if Beyond existed at the same time as Nocturnal, but Nocturnal Wonderland was also a thing that Insomniac did, and that was kind of like a darker Beyond, I guess. I don't know, but I'm really excited to go to Beyond. I'm really pumped to go to that. That should be really good.
Yeah, it's an adult playground. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
I
So
feel like I'm going to
yeah,
be side questing the whole time. Like I won't even be at a stage.
yeah.
yeah. And don't even feel bad because like that's what I did my first year, right? Like my first year, we got VIP, but like we barely went to the VIP areas because we were so caught up. So like the next year I was like, no, if I'm getting VIP, I'm gonna go to the VIP areas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
VIP for the bathrooms all the time.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
that's what we get them for, or
Yeah.
what I get them for.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Especially when you got like that hot fit that's really hard to take off for the bathroom.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Very much needed. How would you describe? I know we've kind of already talked about your sound, but how would you describe it to someone who's never heard you before, or seen one of your sets?
groovy bass lines, lyrics you can follow, right? Stuff that gets you dancing, music that just keeps you moving, right? Some of the description. That's what I like to tell people about my sets, right? High energy, high danceability, keeping the floor moving. Try to keep people on the dance floor, right? Um, yeah. Yeah, and try my favorite compliment is when someone says that like if nobody else is enjoying the music, I could tell that you are the one enjoying the music. You know what I mean? So like even though there's no one on the floor, right? I am dancing my butt off up there, right? Because like I'm having a great time, I'm having fun. I get to play my music, you know?
Yeah.
So
And
that's how
that
I see
brings
it.
them back on. That brings them back onto the floor too. If you're having
Exactly.
fun, they will have fun. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Big time.
Do you have any major projects that are in the works right now?
Um Just ramping up for Space Oasis. I'm pretty heavily involved with that. I'm gonna be pushing that big this year. My goal this year is to get into music production. I really need to start making music. I feel like that's like the next level up in my DJ career if I want to stand out from everybody else. Um, but as of right now, yeah, those are just the two main things. Is gearing up for festival season again. I'm gonna do Space Oasis this year. Probably Beyond. Gonna try to do Lost Lands. Another one of my favorite festivals that I want more people to hear about is have you guys have heard of a Soak? It's
Ooh,
a
I think
regional
I
Burning
have
Man.
heard of Soak, but it was like a year or two ago that I heard of it.
Yeah, it's a regional Burning Man. So it's like Burning Man, but like small,
Yeah.
right? And in a gorgeous part of Oregon, right? So instead of going out to the desert and suffering, you just drive 2 hours to Oregon and get to camp out in a mini city for 5 days. And it's not like a festival where there's like a lineup and anything like that. Literally everybody just goes there to provide something for the festival, right? Or for the event, right? So like people give you free food, free drinks. There's sound camps, right? So I'm part of a Glodeo Drive, which is Capacity. I'm not sure if you guys are
Yeah,
familiar with
we've no
the
capacity.
Capacity Social Club.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're Glodeo Drive, and so I got to camp with them and run their sound camp. So they bring their they build the whole stage,
Oh,
and their
sick.
decks. They put their decks up there, and we got to play music like for 5 days, you know. And it's so fun, and like it's just choose your own adventure,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you can go and eat, you can drink, you can just hang out with people. Like you don't have to go for music. Like you can just go camp with other people and just hang out for 5 days. Um, and there's just a bunch of themed camps, so people bring like a theme or like an event, you know. Like we were Glodeo Drive, so like we had a bunch of neon stuff everywhere. And the vibe that they brought, if you guys have ever been to Capacity, I don't know if you guys remember the food truck that they had there, but that food truck was it's like a hot dog truck, and they bring it to Soak, and they give out hot dogs for free, and that's what everybody does there. Is like everything is free. You don't buy anything, right?
That
Like
is so
it's either
Yeah.
cool.
trades or free. So it's one of my favorite festivals. You connect with everybody in Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest, basically, right? Because it's a Burning Man, so like a
Yeah.
bunch of people want to come to this. It's a really popular festival. But yeah, like you just get to Adventureland for 5 days, and it's so cool. And it's a large part of it is the EDM
Hmm.
community too. So
That kind of reminds me of The Happening that's ran by the Nerd Gang out in Bend. I don't know if you've ever heard of
okay,
that, but
Yeah.
they get like maybe 200-300 people together and they go out in the forest and they don't have any food carts or anything like that where you pay. It's everybody bring their stuff and provide for each other. They do have
yeah,
vendors, so that's the only thing that's really kind of a paid thing, and they do have a lineup, but it's a loose lineup in a sense where it can change if people show
nice.
up late or however things work out. So it's
Yeah.
not strict, very laid back and chill.
Yeah. When is Soak? Is that like in the
Uh,
summer?
it's in May, yeah.
Oh,
So
Oh,
nice.
nice. Okay.
it's a few weeks before Beyond Wonderland. It's like the May 20th range time frame. So, but everybody starts amping up around this time for it, because the tickets go on sale in like a month or so, maybe. Usually like February, March is when they sell, and they go quick. Like you have to be there the hour of
Yeah.
them selling, because like every camp has to like provide a theme, right? So like you have to have a schedule too. So like you have to provide a schedule to the event. of like what you're gonna do this day. So like we're giving out hot dogs from 12 to 1, right? So like you need to coordinate with your camp, like, hey, who's gonna be cooking, handing out hot dogs from 12 to 1? You know, so like that all needs to be coordinated. So like every camp needs to basically show up for the festival, and you need to coordinate all that. So we have meetings, like camp meetings, like a few months in advance, to make sure like everybody can make it, everybody has everything they need. And each of these camps, they get like I think 10 tickets or something like that, like for the camp, but they want to use those most camps want to use those tickets as backups. So they ask everybody that's part of the camp to try to buy a ticket on the website, right? So that way we don't have to like utilize the camp tickets, and those can be used for extras. Maybe like someone has a partner that can make it last minute or something like that, you know. Or maybe somebody else that couldn't get a ticket, right, is able to
Yeah.
get a ticket. Um, so yeah, so that's why things like ramp up right now, and yeah, it's like one of my favorite festivals to go to, because like you can, it's like you connect with the community so much, and it's so much fun.
That's really cool.
We're gonna have to keep our eye open for that.
Yeah, we definitely are.
Yes.
That sounds really awesome.
Mhm.
I'm really scared to go to actual Burning Man, but I'd be down to go to a regional one. Like the actual
Yeah,
Burning
yeah,
Man. Actual Burning Man scares the hell out of me, and I like, I like straight up don't want to go. I would love to go to a regional burn though, because that doesn't seem like insane. Like,
yeah.
yeah. Anything else coming up?
Yeah, just keep an eye out for Space Oasis. It's one of my favorite festivals. There's so much love and care in that community. And yeah, I think they're doing a really great thing. Keep an eye out on Fourth World and Wonder Love. There's a lot of big things happening there. Factories reopening,
Yeah,
and we're really excited to have that back.
yeah,
Especially
Yeah,
during
and
the
then
winter time.
yeah,
It's needed.
yes,
So
exactly,
yeah,
needed.
exactly. So needed. The night market they've been doing there has been so much fun too.
yeah.
Oh,
So
they're doing it. I thought it was just for the Christmas bazaar. They're doing it as a night market, like regularly.
um, they've been doing it. Like this is like they've done like two now, I think,
Yeah.
with Emery, the
Oh,
Emery Good
okay, yeah.
I think it's
Collective.
an ongoing thing.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, I love Wonder
yeah,
Love. That place is so cool, and the food's really good, and the music's always
yeah,
really good, and the setup's really dope. It's really cool setup. I just like the
yeah,
way that it's organized, and like with the stage, and then the second stage, and then the whole factory inside. The layout is really dope. It's a very very cool space.
yeah. Other than that, yeah, I'm a big part of the Flowstar community as well. Yeah, so if you know if you like flow stars and you're into the flowing, hit me up, and yeah, I'd love to teach you how to do a flow star.
Oh, awesome. I have
Yeah,
a Flowstar, but I don't know how to use it. So I'm
Oh,
gonna hit you up
yeah,
on
I'd love
that.
to teach you.
Yeah, I'll
So
yeah,
bring that up
actually,
tomorrow.
yeah.
So so something that I want to do, I want to start throwing more shows now. Was for my first one I threw at Nova. Instead of like go-go dancers, I had flow star performers on the stage, right?
Nice.
So that's my connection with the flow star community was if I ever do that again, I'm gonna have flow star performers on stage, and all my friends are welcome to go up there and perform for us. So
That, that's
so yeah.
awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think I actually saw a video of that on Instagram
Yeah,
Yeah,
from your
yeah, it's one
page.
of my
Yeah.
favorite clips.
Yeah.
So
They were really cool. And they're almost like in sync too on their moves. So it's like, that's
right?
wild.
yeah. They're
So,
flowing
Yeah.
in the
yeah,
same flow.
yeah.
That's dope.
It was like a combination of what the EDM community can do. You know?
Yeah,
So
Yes. Yes. I love seeing all the performing arts, because it's not just about the music, it's about all the art.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. The vendors and the dancers
Hmm.
and the music
Hmm.
all come together.
And the love.
And the love. Peace, love, unity, and respect. That's what it's all about. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I cannot wait for your set. It's going to be sick. It's going to be such a good night.
It is gonna be such a good night.
Thank you for being our headliner tomorrow, and it was awesome talking to you.
Yeah, and thank you for this opportunity, and I'm so excited for it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so
and
excited.
happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yay!
Thanks. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too.